Yeah, no, I just want to say bless up yourself. This was outstanding. So thank you very much. You see
Oh,
me?
okay, blessing.
We
Thank
don't we don't we don't we don't get this very often on the YouTube streets, you know. So
blessing.
this
Thank
was
you.
refreshing and different. Um my biggest takeaway from what you said, um selling goal means that people see you or heard you.
Mm-hmm.
But selling arena means people believe in you or they
Mm-hmm.
chose you.
Mm-hmm. It's
And I
more
think,
friction. More
yeah.
friction. Yeah.
So I
Mm-hmm.
think like I agree with that 1000%.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
just makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm. And
And
Mr.
I,
Gaza, I
yeah.
also have the studies I can share with you guys. It's not out of my head, and it's also
Hmm.
stuff that I learned too. So it's not just not fantasy. You understand? It's facts. That's why it
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. Sorry, but go ahead. I'm
I
listening.
know it's facts. I just
Mm-hmm.
love how you use that analogy to get the point across, to
Mm-hmm.
make it easier digestible for a lot of people who might not understand it in that way.
Blessings,
You
blessings.
see what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
So yeah, that was great. But I also love the fact that you establish that labels are not sinisters as well too.
Right,
They have their role in the music industry as well. And
right.
they have to establish their importance, because if they don't, then what value would they be to an artist?
Exactly.
So
Perfectly
they,
right.
yeah. So they have to do what they have to do.
Perfect right. It is a business.
Right. It's a business. So like what you said, they have to, I guess, validate, or I don't know, well, yeah,
Yeah.
validate
Mm-hmm.
the streams, the sales, the
Mm-hmm.
certification, and those things, because that's the value that they bring to artists.
Exactly.
So
And
if
it's
they
just
don't validate it, then you wouldn't need them,
exactly
and they're
right.
out of business.
Exactly right.
So they
Exactly
prop
right.
these things up to make, right, to, I guess, I don't want to use that
It's a
word.
business model and it's a
Yeah,
very
yeah, I don't
smart
want to
one.
use it, but yeah,
Yeah.
like somewhat manipulative, but not
Yeah.
exactly, but
N-
kinda.
They have made themselves needed and the benchmark.
Right, right.
And we have helped them. So
Mm-hmm.
with everything, Mr. Gaza, and that's why I'm gonna have another live about cultural self-esteem, because we without us, without us and the people validating, they have no validation.
Right,
We are the ones
right,
that help. So with everything bad that happened to us, believe me, we had a hand in it in some way. Even if we don't know what we're doing, right? We have a
yeah,
hand in our own downfall in some way. And
true.
I don't want dancehall to end up like Air Jamaica. I want us to have more cultural pride when it comes to it. But I'm going to talk about it on the next live, because it goes back to colonialism, it goes back to classism, it goes back to people seeing dancehall as raga raga music, so they don't see it as an actual cultural export, which it is, which everybody else is taking advantage of, and fusion this and all type of things, right? And we are not seeing the gold that is beneath our feet.
Right, right, right.
So
So
we're
let
going
me
to have
ask you
to
this
talk
now.
about that. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, love.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
would you say that
Uh-huh.
someone like Vibes Cartel
Mm-hmm.
would be deemed a threat to this system?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
agree. I
He
agree.
is. He is. He is at the, but he's very diplomatic and very kingly in his ways.
Uh-huh.
And so, he understands that he has to operate within the system.
Uh-huh.
He's not somebody who would think of cutting off them nose to spite them face and close doors for him or the future or him sons or etc. He's very smart.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, even him applying for the Grammy itself gives them validation too, because I mean, not saying that they need it, but it does show that we still think it's important.
Yes,
These are facts.
he
You understand what I
understands.
mean? Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
He
so he plays
understands that
nice in
he's
that way. He's very diplomatic, very smart. I tell you, he is a very smart businessman. I don't think people are looking at him with the microscope that he deserves. And
uh-huh.
sometimes, enough, that happens after an artist passes. That's when they
Right.
give the artist that reverence. But
Uh-huh.
I study greatness, and I study, you know what I mean? I study what I want to emulate. I study greatness
True, true.
that's why I read so much, right?
Yeah.
And he does if you he is very he's very savvy businessman, very savvy in a lot of ways,
Yeah, I agree.
very
And
savvy.
I like what you said, because I know for sure
Hmm.
that he knows that he's a threat right? And
Yeah,
like you said, he's not gonna cut off his nose to spite his face. So he knows that he's a threat, but he don't want to step on any toes or anything like that. So he's gonna still try to operate within certain lines because
exactly.
he don't want them to perceive him as the threat that he is, even though he is.
And not only
I'm not
that,
a, I'm
yeah,
even though I'm not working with your system, I'm
yeah,
not against your system.
exactly. And not only that, maybe he's positioning himself to be the system in the future. I would love to see
True,
him get behind something. Right, just like how Jay-Z right now have a seat at the table at the NFL, right?
true,
I would
exactly.
love to see him be behind, what is, or and other artists too that are very entrepreneurial, like Shaggy is one that comes to my mind, right?
Hmm.
That can actually create something for us, by us, and really, really for the benefit of us and to teach us, right? But